Big surprise announcement at the Beaufort International Film Festival this year is that Disney, in a surprise move, has decided to shoot the sequel for Frozen in Beaufort and go live action in the summertime. It's a stunner. Actually, the movie is Basement Bob. This is the team behind it, and this is born out of the film festival several years ago, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Gary and I met when I were here with Melinda. And which project do you have there?
I don't remember that year. What did I have there?
They all blend together.
They kind of blend together.
Been here so many times.
Oh, that was Bet on Red. Was it Bet on Red?
Yeah, Bet on Red. It was Bet on Red.
Yeah, it's probably Bet on Red.
Bet on Red.
Yeah, it was back in the 1930s. It's hard to remember.
When the oak trees were small.
Right. Before Beaufort had cars.
This is what happens at the end of a film festival.
Right.
This has never happened. This has never happened at this film festival. So a project has been actually announced and born out of the festival, which was the whole idea behind Ron and Rebecca Tucker actually doing the Beaufort Film Society. So,
yeah, it's funny because the first time I was at the festival, that was a big talk they talked about was the whole idea was to show people Beaufort and let them see what's here and let the community that gets so involved be a part of it and then eventually turn into something that we are lucky enough to get to be the first to do.
And so Basement Bob is sponsoring the best comedy of the whole festival this year. And it's audience choice, which sticks to the theme of the people deciding what's the best comedy out there and getting behind this comedy, which will be the next comedy shooting this fall.
Letting the people decide is a dangerous concept. Monkey around with that too much.
But we think Ron and Rebecca have done such a great job supporting independent filmmaking and really creating a wonderful environment, fostering that creative community that we think it'll flourish. Basement Bob will flourish here.
And I think that makes independent filmmakers, gives them a lot of courage to try new things and experiment with new things. So we're experimenting with Basement Bob by putting out a new model, if you will, to kind of fund the film. So much like Amazon, where you would buy the Harry Potter book in advance before it hits the stands, you can actually purchase Basement Bob on our website, basementbobthemovie.com. You should go there right now, stop what you're doing, pause this, and go to the website, and you can help us make the movie by funding it and buying a copy of the film before we start shooting here in Beaufort.
And if you don't want to own a copy of this for your library, you can always rent it. We have rental options as well.
Yeah.
And you can come to the film festival at some point and see it, or come to Beaufort to see it.
We will do the premiere here in Beaufort.
Yep.
And once we shoot it in the fall, we're going to have the launch and the premiere in the spring. 2016. 2016.
This is but this is also Beaufort's very, very, very central to this whole idea. We really wanted to get back here and make a movie, and so getting community support behind it's key, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's when you have that much support and hopefully be able to fund a movie in this very unique way where it's actually you're literally being a part of the movie. You're getting actually what was going on and being able to kind of write a movie. One of the joys for me was being able to write a movie around these great things in Beaufort and being able to kind of shoot and then see what matches all of our humor that's going to go through this thing. And
so when did you actually find out there were no basements in Beaufort?
Actually, like 3 days ago. That's but now it's the greatest gift. It's the greatest gift because now I'm like, oh, there's so much comedy in the fact that there are no basements here.
So we need a shovel and some water hoses to get all the water out.
Jim Ponce and I said, when did they not know there were any basements?
But there's
that's okay, we'll build one.
Yeah, there's
I'm a comedy writer, not a brainiac. A comedy writer.
So, I hear there's a rumor that you've been selling parts for $25.
I've been selling Blu-rays for $25.
And that's what they're calling.
And if everyone buys a Blu-ray, then we'll be able to hire many, many local talent behind the camera and in front of the camera, working with a nonprofit called Arts Work. And we are going to be able to host a series of filmmaker boot camps and really kind of bolster the film community here. So everyone can get a chance to experience the filmmaking process and see where they shine and what their interests lie and get everybody involved.
I think the idea is that it's a partnership. It's a collaborative effort to make a movie, and we're hoping by partnering with Beaufort, the Beaufort Film Society, everyone who lives here, it's a win-win-win-win-win situation.
And after Cinema Criteria, we got to show up Folly Beach, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that hanging over our heads.
If we can just keep Bill Murray away from the set, that would be great.
Bill Murray, don't come near the set.
He keeps tweeting me all the time. I'm trying to sleep. It's annoying.
It's terrible. You guys literally picked up stakes from LA and moved here for the duration.
Well, I mean, every corner is so magical, and every different alleyway has a new option of a location. So unless we live here and really kind of see the streets, I don't know where potentially we could shoot. I mean, we have this amazing script that he wrote and so much potential to kind of work in all the nuances and really kind of character of the town. Unless we live here during pre-production, we really would be giving a chance to really kind of show. I mean, there's a small town in California called Santa Ynez. You go there for wine, but then they made a movie called Sideways there. And now when you go there, you go on the Sideways tour because
that's not a small town.
So with that kind of ideology, let's do that to showcase Buford, you know, and really kind of show it like, oh, we shot Basement Bob in this barber shop and outside this restaurant and down this major highway and kind of really kind of capture all those wonderful moments. It'd be great.
So and you're Atlanta based, but this short.
Oh yeah, it's a quick little
short scenic drive. Yeah, scenic drive that we all know down I-16. But where did the script come from? Where did the idea come from?
You know, it's funny because
maybe we ought to tell them what the idea is first. Is that under wraps?
Wait, there is an idea, right?
There is an idea.
What's the big idea, Gary?
There's going to be a script and everything. No, Basement Bob is a movie about a divorced man who's still living in his ex-wife's basement. And when she decides to sell the house, all hell breaks loose. So the comedy ensues from there. And actually the idea kind of came from when we moved back to Georgia. We were staying with my mother-in-law for about 9 months before we figured out where we wanted to live. And I ended up spending more and more time in the basement of her house. And then one day I kind of thought, you know, what would happen if this was kind of a reality? And I guarantee you there are people out there that have lived in the basements. And I was like, and then of course my mind doesn't go to the dark side of it, it goes to the comedic side of it. And all of a sudden I'm like, we can take these dark things and make them funny. And then it ended up, this would be kind of cool until we get to a place where it's even more valuable now that basements are not all over the place. And now it's even more intriguing.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, what Wynn said was right. It's all about the film society here and the community involved. I mean, everyone loves movies so much in Buford. So
absolutely,
it's such a great opportunity to be a filmmaker in a town like this where, you know, its possibilities are endless.
We've had so many people come up to us during the festival and say, I want to be an extra. And I've said, absolutely. We're going to need a lot of extras. We're going to need a lot of people to want to be. You've also got
a lot of interest in, from other filmmakers, anxious to see, I would imagine, how this turns out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good experimental project for us to try rallying a community together to get support behind one project. And if it works well here, maybe it can be replicated.
And making a movie in Buford would be great. What would be amazing is to have a film community now in Buford that after this film is done, other films will come to town with already crew based here that's been experienced on a feature film.
Absolutely.
You have multiple people they can already pull from. You're not pulling other crews in from other towns. And everyone has the kind of already resume built in from their certain thing on the set with us.
Not a lot of people know there's still a core of people who make their livings in the film business still living here, and they go elsewhere to work. So.
That's right. And if we can expand that even more by helping experience and things they may not be able to get, it's just even better for the town.
There's a water festival we could have in the movie. The Dragon boat race.
It's literally the possibilities of everything. If you actually break down and look, and you guys live here, so it's a little different, but you go out and you look at all these amazing things that are around here, and we're making lists, and we're like, this place is amazing. And we're going to have to do like a trilogy just to fit stuff in. I don't know how long he can stay in that basement.
Adam, Backyard Betty.
Right, yeah. The sequel's coming. Sequel's coming.
Carol's Kitchen.
Yeah, leverage the city on the free parking passes. Use that Folly Beach thing from Purgatory.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
You definitely need that.
There's a couple ideas that I've been pitching to the team here about how to kind of increase energy and enthusiasm about the film. And one idea that I think is still on the board, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a parking issue. So what if Gary acted as a free valet for a month and would personally shuttle you back and forth to your car and your home while in a rickshaw? Isn't it a great idea?
It's a great idea on camera. It's a great idea.
Just to help with traffic and parking.
No problem.
Gary's
you
very
won't
fast.
Be driving your car.
He's an athletic guy. I mean, this guy, he played tennis and basketball and all kinds of sports.
That's true.
Figure skating, that could help out a little bit. Ice skates, maybe not so much in the summertime. It'd be a little hard, but I think you could do it.
That's why we're shocked to hear they're shooting Frozen here.
That's right.
Gary's very talented, I think so.
And that we're playing the sisters in this one, which is so weird.
But you are co-directing. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're co-directing, so how does that work? The co-directing.
Well, Gary's in front of the camera acting, I make sure it's still in focus. and then when he's behind the camera, I can go home.
No, he's playing it now. This is an incredibly gifted filmmaker and filmmaker and director. And it's one of those things where, I see things a certain way because I wrote the script. VW sees things in a whole other way sometimes, and there's a beauty that can be made when you're not stuck into one thing. And because we think a little differently, but still on that same page, I mean, for me, it's an unbelievable chance to get to work with him on something like this. And I think it's going to bring something up to a whole new level. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm going to try to match his screenplay with a lot of the experience I had with pre-visualization on bigger feature films like,
Thor 2.
Yeah, I worked on that, and Narnia 3, and did some work on American Citizen, or Citizen something. Law-abiding citizen, yeah. Jamie Foxx would be mad at me right now, but yeah, so I got to design all of downtown Philadelphia and plan the shots out really meticulously so it's beautiful composition, and then bring in talented actors in an amazing town, and you've got this great cinematic.
A lot of preparation and thought will go into this between the two co-directors, and they'll collaborate, and when they have an issue they can't resolve.
We were going to have
they come to the production.
If
both come back,
or I was going to say they can do paper, rock, and scissors for it. But
I think in all seriousness there will be some arguments and some discussion, and we thought about how to break those ties, and I'm going to rent a small kiddie pool with green jello, and we're going to thumb wrestle in it to see who will get the best resolution. I think that's the best.
It's a visualization I didn't need, perhaps.
It's in the contract. But then craft service is taken care of afterwards. Everybody can have as much green jello as they want.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap it up by saying, obviously there's going to be a lot more to update on as we go through the process, so it'll all be here on this website and at the Beaufort Film Society website. And good luck.
So if people sign up, can I say, if they go to basementbobthemovie.com and sign up, you can receive, be on the mailing list and receive all the updates about the movie.
Basementbobthemovie.com. What was that website?
BasementBobTheMovie.com.
And just real quick, we wouldn't have done this at all or have been so successful in launching all this without some of the other local talent that's here.
Absolutely.
Actresses and students alike.
And Low Country Weekly.
And Low Country Weekly. And behind the camera, everybody is all kind of already helping out, and the town just jumped in with full.
Yes, Susan behind the camera. And remember, it's Basement Bob the Movie, not Frozen 2. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.